we've all wanted here at the university. We didn't know if we could do it. And what it means to the university is it's a championship. We get to show off our university worldwide for 4 days. And we also think, you know, these aren't the same fans that are necessarily tuned in on Saturday watching Notre Dame football. So we have a whole new element of people we think we can reach through the championship.
John's right. We worked on the thought of this championship for quite some years, and frankly, it was really a pretty easy decision. It's more a timing and communications. But when you have a golf course like the Warren Golf Course, and for us, any decision to host a championship starts with a great golf course. If we cannot test the players, then we're going to struggle a little bit. We've got a great golf course here, and that, you know, you layer on the community support, the support of the University of Notre Dame. It really was going to be a pretty easy decision. We just had to work out the timing and communication, but we're thrilled to be here.
And this is another opportunity for Notre Dame to show off Notre Dame. And, you know, anytime you have an opportunity to get more eyeballs on this university, I think it's a beautiful thing. There's so many incredible things that go on here, but sometimes it gets hid away a little bit.
It's going to be intimidating. Let's face it, when you play in a USGA National Championship, it should be a little intimidating. Fair, yet intimidating. This is the biggest championship in all of senior golf. We want them to have butterflies in their stomach. We want them to be worried about that first tee shot. We want nervous hands. And I think we'll see it when we come back here in June. We decided early on in the process, once the selection was made, to come to the Warren course to really take a look at what was going to work best, not only from a test of golf standpoint, but operationally, logistically, and moving spectators around and hosting a major championship. You have to think a little bit outside the box. There's more that goes into it than necessarily what happens inside the rope. So with the university, with the folks here at the Warren course, the USGA, and even engaging the golf course architects, Bill Corr and Ben Crenshaw, we came up with this championship routing, as we're calling it. And I think it's going to be quite interesting to watch. And the time that I've spent here is there's pockets of holes where players will make birdies. There's plenty of pockets of holes that players are going to make bogeys. So I think you're going to see a lot of ebb and flow in the players' round, a lot of smiles and a lot of frowns throughout the entire round, because it's just, if you think about the way that it's going to play now, there's some short holes, there's some long holes. It's a great combination, and it's certainly going to be a wonderful test of golf.
Any USGA championship's a big deal, and to come out and see some of the best players that have ever played the game play a major championship on a golf course, you know, local people are familiar with, should be a great time. I'm sure they'll support it, and you know, as a fan, you'll see some great shots. You'll see some bogeys. Anytime you're playing a major championship, a U.S. Open, you'll see some bogeys, but then you'll see some great shots. And like I said, you'll be watching the greats of the game, guys that have won major championships many times over, and it'll be a great competition.
Well, any major championship is amazing, but the US Senior is probably our biggest tournament on this tour. Certainly the biggest prize money, always fantastic venues. It's always a wonderful test of golf. So, and you play against the best in the whole world. So it's a challenge, and it's something I look forward to every year.
The Open has always been my favorite event. The US Open is always. Since I was a kid, when I didn't play to when I did play, obviously over the last 34 years. But my favorite setup, the most difficult setup, whether it's the US Open or the Senior US Open, it's the most difficult test we have. That's what I love most about it. And I just love the USGA. So, and Warren this year in Notre Dame is a fantastic place. Lee and I played it last year after doing our PGA in Benton Harbor, and it's just fantastic. I can't wait to see how it's set up.